Hey, we got the Fruit of the Loom guys here. Hi guys, you're on live TV. Oh, there we go. All right, here we are. These are the, watch out, we're gonna be attacked.
Oh. The Greaves are getting...
Wait, selfie, all right, here we go. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
No problem.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Fresener and Greaves, having a good time. So you go home and tell your...
Quit playing with your friends, let's go.
Tell your friends you were playing with the fruits and the grapes and stuff and the tomato and the, is it tomato?
No, it's not.
What is it?
It's an apple.
Oh, I totally missed that. It's an apple.
It's got the core sticking out of his head.
So this is the, we are at, once again, for the 40th year, what do you think, 38th, 35th?
I started coming in the middle 80s, so like 83, I believe was my...
That may be when this show started, because this wasn't, the Dallas was the first shows. We're at the ISS Show in Long Beach, California, and this is second day of the show. The show hasn't opened yet, so it's going to be opening soon, so we're kind of by the entrance, and people are queuing up. The Fruit of the Loom guys are always here, getting the photo ops.
Yeah.
What a great backdrop. We got the fruit guys behind us as our little backdrop.
Okay.
So, anyway, so...
definitely a happening show.
Busy.
Busy. I had a very, very busy day.
Yeah, it was slammed.
We started in the lobby. We were here early. We never got a chance to start filming because we were literally inundated with people, and I stood in the very same spot until 11. I didn't go down the escalator until 11.
We are so well known that we can just stand out here in the lobby and people just come by.
Aren't we fabulous?
I know we are fabulous. But it is funny because we try and do something and next thing you know, somebody come up and say, hey, I came to your class or read your article or whatever. So
the guy this morning, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, which is nice to hear because as you get older, you hope people will remember you. So anyway, but I went down, I missed you. You got hung up and I went down the escalator and I have video. We're going to roll that right now. I was shocked that as I went to the back of the hall, that the people dispersed. Usually when you're an exhibitor for a trade show, your booth doesn't, if you're in the back, doesn't get busy till an hour later.
Right.
But I'm telling you, people must have run to the back of the hall because the entire show within a half hour was packed.
And the lobby emptied very fast, faster than normal.
It's like a cattle call.
I'm believing that could be that half the people are now coming in from the other side, the Ocean Boulevard area, because that's an entrance that's been closed for more than 20 years.
Well, when I was back there, it was packed with people coming in. The back of the hall, as we know, has been, the rotunda is a little dingy and people don't always find it, so they put registration back there, but it was packed also. So.
But the registration, I watched registration on Thursday, and there was never a line, and I was actually very worried. And then people said that no, they're trying to get all the Uber drivers or people, they're trying to get them to go to the front. We've had to tell people when we're driving over here, to go around to the side. They go, no.
Yeah, they wanted to put us in the back, but we wanted to come here to the main lobby.
We should try that tomorrow, go to the other entrance.
But it's queuing up. If we can see, people are queuing up here. We're getting a lot of the typical before the gates open. I think it's about I don't know what time it is now. It must be about 10 minutes until the gates are going to open here.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. All right, so we have our list. We have our list of, hold that. All right, so what did you see that was new?
Well, the first thing I went to see was the new Sati laser. They've got a much larger laser than the coffin style that's flat. This one goes up the wall. It's a new model. It's got 160 lasers in it instead of the, I don't know, maybe 60.
It's huge. It's huge.
It's super fast.
It's probably, I don't know, that tall, and
it's unique.
For bigger screens.
It's got the same footprint. This one will do really big things. So this is not what the textile people want.
No.
But what was interesting is that it is designed already to fit with an inline processing system.
Yeah.
There's no glass. Glass was one of the problems. They had to put glass in because they were afraid that people would let things drop in because on the horizontal machine, they just, it was open. So this, it's a wall and the lasers go back and forth.
I'm going to grab some video today because Eric showed me running it.
Get the video so that you can see that a panel like in front of a pharmacy.
You feel like you're in a foreign country.
Here the screen goes down and 3 minutes later it'll come out. But the boon is that with the new Zettner style, they said that they're doing something with Zettner. that it is designed to be an inline scheme. So you could line up the next 2 or 3 screens ready to go. They will feed themselves in. But the key software improvement for this is that part of the file will be to designate what mesh, what exposure time, and what's the size and the image location. So it'll all be part of the header, the file name. It's going to be completely automated. The person operating the machine, all they have to do is put in the right screen. The computerized version will automate everything.
They've learned a lot. Well, they've had that out now for, has it been 2 years or 1 year? When did they bring it out? Last year at this show?
Well, it's been out. It's been a secret that nobody knew about.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. Where's the laser? Where's the laser? Where's the laser? And then it popped out 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago. I guess I'm
so this is the third
losing track of time.
Year.
Yeah. What else did we see? I walked around and it was packed. I actually got irritated. I couldn't walk. The aisles were so busy. I went to the back
rotunda. I know
rotunda.
exactly what you mean.
But I was shocked when I went back to the rotunda wasn't that busy where Ryanette's at. The show.
That's 10 minutes from here.
Yeah.
Walking like I do.
It wasn't so busy, but the back other area, the rotunda was busy. The Ryanette area wasn't busy, but the rotunda was because people were coming in there. So I was shocked at that. And so it was interesting to see. I was back by the equipment zone booth, and Kornit was unveiling their new Atlas printer.
Right.
And I know nothing about it. I just going, why are all these people here? I mean, it was like, I'll roll video of that. It was like packed with people and their cameras. And I'm going, what is Kornit doing? And somebody says, well, they're unveiling their new Atlas printer. So one of their guys got up and talked, but you couldn't hear him. Next thing you knew, they unveil it, and it was like cameras. I was shocked. So this Atlas printer, I'll find out more about it, but I know nothing, but it was packed back there.
Well, you bring up a real good point because they had all sorts of announcements. So Poly One had a gigantic meeting of all their distributors to introduce their new Aquarius line. And M&R had a hybrid printing seminar where I bet you there must have been 100 people in a closed room. And I'm not remembering exactly now, but there are like 5 of those kind of announcements.
And you don't normally get those. I mean, I think you get them, but this show had the most.
This was unique. This is all of a sudden lots of new things happening.
Lots of buzz going on. Water-based, of course, is the flavor of the month, and just lots of buzz going on. On the DTG side, because I know more about that, was the Epson has a new polyester pre-treat. I had to beg to get a shirt. It was like I go by and go, I hear you guys have a new polyester pre-treat. Can I get a shirt sample for my seminar? Oh, let's see if we got one here. You know, is it released yet? Well, soon. You know, I talked to DuPont and I ran into actually a guy named Scott Ellis who was on the original patent for the white ink. Scott was my buddy and he's working the show. And so I said, so Scott, do you guys have a polyester pre-treat for DTG? He goes, well, I don't know. And then he goes, come over here.
Where?
You know,
nobody will hear.
Here, take a look at this. And he shows me this kick-ass 100% poly red with beautiful bright white. And
this is why he didn't want to tell you.
Yeah, but I said, are you showing this? He says, well, not really. I said, is it available? Well, we're working on it. So the point is that all these guys are working on it. They're having washability issues. That was the problem.
Well, polyester.
I talked to Hawkeye at Brother, who used to work for me, a good friend, and he said they're working on it. So anyway.
Now, is that who you got the shoe from?
That's where I got the shoe from. Yeah, I got a tennis shoe from my buddy Hawkeye.
You should show a picture of the shoe.
I got to give the shoe back because somewhere there's a left shoe to go with my right shoe or whatever. So anyway, we're going to go see the oval jet. We haven't seen that yet. We hear that.
No, it's way on a side.
Yeah, we got to see. We'll get some video of that when we go back there. Equipment Zone has a mascot. Did you see their mascot?
No.
I mean, like a Fruit of the Loom guy. That's the Equipment Zone mascot. My buddy Wade Rowan's son is wearing the mask. Lots of hybrid. You're seeing.
The Champion also has their red stormtrooper that does dancing.
We got to get a picture of that guy.
We took videos of him yesterday.
Oh, we did. But we didn't know
be everywhere.
We didn't know what the stormtrooper had to do with Champion.
Go to the Champion stand.
He was
Champion
just the guy.
Is logging in.
Seminar-wise, you didn't do any seminars, but you hung out. They've changed the whole deal where now there's a big break, like a 4-hour break or 3 hours between morning and afternoon, so people could work the show. Some seminars were going, I think, into like 5:30ish, going later.
They're going later, but
good turnouts. I had 50 or 60 for one of mine. I think somebody had 100 for one of their seminars. Mark Coudray sitting at the table yesterday, and I said, when is your seminar?
Why are you saying that?
When is your seminar? He says, well, I thought it was today. He says, I came in a day or extra day because my seminars were tomorrow. So we were all joking about how the memory as we're getting older, you know, got to watch that stuff.
It's not like we were talking about getting to the airport a day early.
I hate that. Yes. Yeah, you go there, you're on the wrong day. Hey, you haven't been to the Ink Kitchen yet, but I went back and looked at Rick Ross in the back rotunda. They've got, Ink Kitchen has like a bunch of chairs, better than last year.
Yeah, it's so much bigger than just the couch that they've used for a logo. Ink Kitchen's got a new logo. They cleaned up, and it isn't the raggedy letters anymore.
I didn't catch that.
It's a hard, sharp thing.
I'll get a shot of that when I edit this together.
It's easy to read. They changed all their logo, but this stage, it's like 100 feet wide.
Yeah.
They're calling it
Shop Talk or something.
Yeah, Shop Talk is what it is.
There's a bunch of free seminars here that are in the back arena area. And anyway, lots of M&R presses. We saw that last year. Lots of blue presses.
Everybody seems to have a blue press.
Every booth. I found, and you may disagree because you know the guys at M&R better than I do, but I always like to go by and say hi to Rich. And of course, Rich Hoffman retired at SGIA, and he isn't here. And I know Peter Walsh and some of these guys. You know the guys better than me. But I found it interesting. I walked by the M&R booth, and I didn't know who to talk to. Usually I can go up and bump Rich and say, how you doing? And I found that I was like, okay, M&R, I don't know anybody here anymore. So you probably feel different about that, you know.
Well, I miss him. He was my contact for the entire M&R world. He's the one who hired me to work there. Yeah. So.
Well, you have some great M&R stories.
Another time, another place.
Rich's first service call.
But I think people should know Peter Walsh. That if you have a supply, you go into the top of the food chain there.
Yeah.
David Blake, I just saw David. You know, he's in charge of the international division. They have a lot of service guys. Their digital division's gone through some overturns, but you know, I think the future looks good for M&R. Danny Sweeney's.
Hang on, back up for a second. Oh. This is the cattle call.
Oh.
This means that the show has opened, and the masses. It's always fun to see people kind of can't wait. For many people, this being the Saturday, this would be their first day at the show. I think this is probably the biggest ISS show.
Yes.
Ever. I mean, we've all talked about it's the best show, but I think it's the biggest, being so crowded.
This is so many more people than were here yesterday.
Oh yeah, yesterday I was surprised. It wasn't quite as busy as it normally would have been for opening day. All right, back to reality here.
So hybrids, you know, M&R had a special hybrid.
Yes, I'm going to move you back over here on the camera.
All right. M&R had a big special hybrids meeting this yesterday morning, and that's certainly something, you know, that seems to be a theme. Granted, Cornette and the oval, what's it called? Oval jet.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I've never.
That's
not
but
those two.
That's a hybrid. Yeah, it's a big.
So they're the newest one. M&R's been in the hybrid business with their digital squeegee for a while.
Now we heard from our friend Johnny Schell from SGIA, and John had just gotten back from China, and I'm not sure whose machines he was talking about, but he got back and he said he was blown away. We were both there by the number of hybrids he saw there, were digital, where these guys have gone from the 50 station ovals that if you ever watch some of the videos online of some of the foreign printers who just have these massive machines, and they've gone to, I think he said he saw hundreds and hundreds of hybrids, meaning screen print the underbase and then digitally print the colors, and he was blown away by how it has just taken over the Chinese printing.
Well, if they can do full color process on top of a standard base, it eliminates all those multiple heads and flash units.
Flashes. It's a no-brainer to me, and as I've said many times, to pump up what I did, I thought that was where it was going to be 10 years ago. And I talked to Rich Hoffman probably 15 years ago when we first had the team. I said, Rich, we need to get together, and he didn't want anything to do about it. Now he was thinking about his own thing. I don't want anything with Scott. But I'm saying, Rich, we need to figure a way to put a machine onto an oval press because I think that's going to be the future. You know, 15 years later, and you're seeing a lot of that now.
You're here right timing.
Sit. Is this a prototype?
No, this is a selling machine.
Oh, really?
We have sold 18 pieces.
Wow.
September, November, December.
And where's it come from?
Malaysia. We built it.
Right. You have a distributor in this country?
Gentex, we have a few distributors in this country.
Yeah.
But we work with anybody, especially my buddies.
Yeah, we'll move ahead and watch.
But I think you'd also see that, you know, I go to the M&R factory at least a couple of times a year, and then you'd look at all the strikers, and this is maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and I'm buying some equipment, and I'm there, and I'm seeing all these strikers, and these are all going overseas.
Yeah.
You know, ordering 10 and 20 at a time.
It's shocking.
So all of a sudden, our little puny American distribution system is not, you know, you see where the real money is someplace else, not here anymore.
Yeah, definitely so. I saw a foreign one. I didn't catch the brand name. I shot video of it. I'll roll it now. Yesterday, a hybrid. It was a yellow printer on the other left side of the hall that was doing that was screen printing. And,
that had a big crowd around it.
It did, yeah. So it's the flavor of the month, and people might think, well, nobody's going to spend, the average guy's not going to spend $300,000 for a machine to hook up to his striker or his whatever. But I've got a customer, and I won't give his name here, but a small guy, not a big guy, that bought one at the SGI show and loves it. Bought a digital squeegee and loves it. So.
Well, I also want to just reiterate something I've been saying since I saw the Maki machine at FESPA in 2006 in Berlin. That was strictly a manual press to do the white base.
Right.
And then an Epson style.
That's what it was.
Inkjet.
Yeah.
And so that in the $20,000 or $30,000 or $40,000 range, I would love to see that sort of thing.
And
That'll
I thought it would have taken off.
revolutionize.
I'm not sure Maki didn't know how to market it. I saw it too, because we had our T-Jet, and I'm going, holy crap, somebody beat me to the punch here. But
it just didn't seem that difficult.
I know.
To mount it. You figured out ways to make those moving platens in the...
Their problem, I think, not banging on it, but they had a distributor in the U.S. that really, I don't think that knew the market that well. And so in the U.S., you know, I'm not sure how many they sold. We saw it first at a FESPA though.
I've mentioned it to my, you know, for instance, Lawson. I mention it to it every time I'm trying to pitch something, because they are the biggest distributor of Epson equipment in the United States.
They're the guys.
Or Epson, the direct-to-garment machines.
It's amazing. Through the loom, I hear a rumor, someone just tossed it out in a seminar, that they're coming out with a pre-treated shirt. That could be announced now, and I might have missed it.
Just pass behind us.
Just pass behind us. Here, just come on. This is the ISS. This is the girls. Who are the lifers.
Hello.
You guys have been with us forever.
Yes, we have.
I know you have.
Yeah, we don't want to say how long.
I just celebrated 30 years.
We love you guys. We love you. All right, good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right, bye-bye. That's funny. They have been there a long time.
Yeah.
And they're a couple, the only ones still there. So anyway, we covered Saudi. We said that Fruit of the Loom may be doing pre-treated, but maybe you that are watching know more about it than I do. But I just heard that rumor. Virus is here.
Yep.
Beppy's here, and they're printing in the M&R booth. And where else are they printing?
No, they're printing on their own machine.
Oh,
they have a booth. They're calling
I missed that totally.
They're running a booth called the Virus Garage. A lot of people were kind of confused. They thought they had to sign up to go somewhere, but it's strictly a booth. But the motif, the design is a garage. They've got their own small M&R press, and they're changing based on a schedule. So they're doing 4 different prints a day. There's Colin Shane in the back.
Hang on, gotta give a kiss.
Come on.
Good to see you guys.
Just walk in front so you get in there.
Say hi. Say hi.
It's not live.
It's not live, but we're going to leave that in. But we're going to leave that in.
I'll see you later.
Good to see you guys. But they're changing up designs every few hours.
Right, but it's on a good schedule.
Yeah.
So you get to watch them set up.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm
I
sure
love
you
it.
could do that
Is
before.
that by the
but
M&R booth? Because it was so packed yesterday in the morning, I couldn't get into it.
I don't know where I was
I know,
yesterday,
I know.
so you look it up in the little book.
It's amazing. I mean, it was so busy down there. So Virus is here. Everybody's showing water-based.
Virus is doing another one of their virus mastery
Yes.
water-based class, introductory classes. Last time
Yes,
it was in November.
The flyer on it? Or?
Yeah, it was in November, and 50 people were scheduled to show up, and 75 people actually showed up. So it was a little crazy. They're cutting it down to 25 this year. So if you're interested, go to the Virus website.
That'll be at
and sign
M&R.
up. It'll be at M&R, April 11th and 12th. So it's a 2-day. It's intensive. You will set up. You will print. It's 25 people will get stronger screen making training.
They'll get hands-on.
It'll be so much
Yeah, because the guy you met earlier had commented on he wished that the last one he'd had a little more hands-on.
Yeah, there were so many people.
Yeah,
and it was hard. It was hard to deal with. I couldn't be doing live washouts or things in the screen making area because it just made so much noise.
Yeah.
They couldn't talk around the presses. So limited, but well worthwhile. And you get, the price will probably still be the same, around $1,000 for the 2 days training, but you get $500 worth of full-size virus samples.
Well, the last guy's got films.
You get films too. You get five images that you get to practice, and they show you exactly how to print each one, and they showed you on presses right there.
Yeah.
The guy that we were talking to, he's just been so busy he couldn't get around to it.
I thought it was interesting
So
because he came back home and he said Christmas kicked in and he didn't have time.
Christmas, but don't be so put off by the multicolor fabulous art that Italian fabulous designs that they put in the booth. Everybody should be working with the new water-based inks.
Well, you walk the show. I mean,
white and black to start with, because you gotta. Yeah. It does solve a lot of problems.
Never seen so much water-based at a show,
yeah.
though. I mean, it's amazing. We saw Marshall Atkins and Atkinson, and of course you can't miss Marshall because he's
6'5"
8 foot tall,
8 foot
or
tall,
whatever.
yeah.
I mean, I think he gets taller every time I see him, or I'm getting shorter.
It's those heels.
Get their lips on. They're doing a Shirt Lab. Him and
Shirt
Tom
Lab.
Brown.
Okay.
And I'm not sure the dates. We'll toss them up on the screen, but he's here pumping that.
It's in the next Shirt Lab is I believe it's in April.
In St. Louis.
You'll have it right here. It should be right here. In St. Louis. I'm going again.
Are you?
I went into Columbus.
Yeah.
And I was very pleased.
They're doing 4 this year. They're doing St. Louis,
I believe
Baltimore,
Portland, and Baltimore. I didn't know about Baltimore.
Then there's one other city I can't think of what it was, Dallas or something like that. So anyway, maybe that was it. But anyway,
so,
it's a hot
Mr.
deal.
Coudray is talking at this one, at the one in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he's talking about. I haven't memorized what the schedule is, but I believe it's a different lineup. And Marshall said that several people, or all the people who have signed up already, were people that went to the first one. They're going again,
I love it.
just like ThreadX.
Yeah.
I've got so many clients and people that I know that went to ThreadX last year, and they're absolutely going to San Diego
I think
next
there's good
month.
buzz this year. They've got a few some newer speakers and stuff at ThreadX, and that's coming up real short, February, whatever, 18, 19. I'll put the dates up in beautiful San Diego at some resort. Are you going?
No.
No. They didn't invite you? No golden ticket for you?
No golden ticket for me.
Okay. Me neither. So who knows who's going to be there? But we'll do a report after ThreadX, and we'll hear a thing about it. Years ago, those that know us and have followed this industry know that there was a thing called the T-shirt printers message board. That was our old boards, and then it evolved into when U.S. Screen closed, and all
was
the people.
Was that the teletype machine,
in
the BBS?
In the day.
I remember when you showed me the first BBS.
I did.
In the back of your office.
In the back of my office.
Second office.
And that was like mid-'80s. But these guys all got together at the shows, and now that kind of, I shouldn't say died off, but now the Facebook groups. I have never seen so many people here from the Facebook groups. The mastermind group especially on Facebook. These guys are everywhere. They're
like roving gangs.
They're posting heavily.
Of renegade
like
soldiers.
Gangs. Yeah,
because
really.
they don't come by themselves. They are in groups of 4 or 5.
Yeah, and they've all hooked, and a lot of these guys don't know each other. They aren't sure what they, because it's just like all
they meet up.
So they meet up here, and this has been amazing. Michael Chong, who's the moderator of the group, he did a video of you, did a video of me, he did Rick Roth, he did Coudray, and he's had a little room upstairs here doing videos of everybody, interviews.
He asked us all the basic same eight or 9 questions.
Same questions. So it's a whole kind of a new deal. I mean, I'm so impressed. These guys are just active. I mean, I get email notice whenever there's a post on the Mastermind Facebook group. I probably have 50 of these guys posting, hey, where are you at? Hey, where we're meeting up here? And it's great to see this kind of, I think, energy, you know, and excitement and this young meat, young blood.
Well, this show in particular, I know people are stopping you all the time. You know, I bought your book.
Yeah.
And I learned screen printing from you. I've had 6 groups stop me in the aisle to introduce themselves, and of course, you know, those on my phone, those icons are that I don't know what they look like.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to be named Josh or John or whatever. They all start with another J.
Oh my God.
So Mike Chong is easy to pick out in so they're stopping me and ready to ask questions. So I don't mind doing that. That's why I couldn't get anywhere yesterday, because it was roving gangs of Facebook groups.
It's just amazing.
And they're asking good questions.
It's really kind of cute, actually. I mean, they're here and they're the new guys who we already know.
I'm happy to see that energy.
You know, yeah. So.
But you take guys like Pete Jr. are clearly cutting a path. He's got a way that he's running his business. You know, that's it's a very clear group of guys.
Yeah.
They're happy,
very impressive
entrepreneurs.
Yeah. I told Mike Chong when he was saying he emailed me if he could video me, and I said, you know, I like guys like you that are the younger guys that are making waves. You know, what are we missing? Somebody was
still streaming in. Good group today.
So Mike Chong did videos. Lots of lower fusion inks. I see signs and ink companies showing and promoting. Maybe they've had it for longer.
So that's curing it around 270.
Yeah, 270, and so for the dry fits and stuff like that. I see more guys promoting that. You see the word hybrid a lot more in the booths. You know, it's very, very trendy. So we're going to work the show today. We'll probably do a little add-on to this video because we haven't seen all of it. It's just too big. It's just gigantic. You haven't walked much of the show.
You kind of got much at all. I was busy, but I did not see a lot of new stuff. So I've got to get around more today.
So we have our day cut out for us. I have a seminar at 2 in the free area, and anyway, so good talking to you guys. Greaves and Fresener from beautiful. The weather's beautiful. It rained the first day, but been beautiful today. Anyway, talking to you from Long Beach, California, ISS 2019. That's scary, isn't it? All right, adios, bye. Bye-bye. Oh wait, hang on, we forgot one more thing. We're going on a boat ride tonight.
We'll be trapped on a boat, a 3-hour cruise, 5:30 to 9:30.
Ryan Ed is having...
what is that? That's 4 hours.
It's 4 hours, yeah.
I had to bring my coat. You know, yesterday, no book, no computer.
He traveled with nothing. I don't know how he could do it. I have to have my heavy briefcase and the wheels on it. It's so heavy. Greaves is out walking around with nothing. You're my role model. 4 days without a computer. I'm getting jittery already. Yeah, I think so. So Ryanet's doing a cruise, harbor cruises. We have to be there at 5:30. I have no idea if they're going to have a band, or I guess they're going to have food probably and drinks. Open bar.
We'll be trapped. Open bar.
Open bar.
That's good for you.
You'll
be drinking for 2.
You're going to be drinking iced tea. I know you don't drink. So anyway, so that was the last thing we meant to mention. That was the Ryanet thing. We'll have pictures of this and us, me over the edge throwing up, and Greaves going, I told you shouldn't drink as much. So anyway.
You'll mix tequila with beer.
All right. Bye, guys.